and synthester blood, and more importantly, replace it with ordinary human blood. Piece of cake, really, thanks to modern medicine. Even if it weren't, I'd do whatever it took to save you. Well, I had a younger cousin. The Daishihan Pharmaceuticals is his family, and we Kasugas are an offshoot of that line. The Kasugai family has been practicing medicine for generations now, and the Daishihan family has been in pharmacology as far back as anyone can remember. Two lineages, two separate yet related fields of study. But the Kasugais and the Daishihans were not exactly on the best of terms with one another. Still, my cousin and I were close to the same age and quickly came to regard one another as brother and sister. We decided one day that we wouldn't let the divide between our families keep us from working together and saving lives. That's the short version, anyway. Only, he died before he had a chance to see that dream realized. He was sent abroad by his overzealous parents trying to show up our side of the family, and he had a mental breakdown. I didn't even know what was going on at the time because I was so busy with my research. I was working on my thesis at graduate school. He sent me a letter, but it got lost in the shuffle. I never even saw it. I feel like I could have saved him if I'd only made a little time to get involved. And I suppose my guilty conscience got the best of me, because I eventually decided to take a job at Daishihan Pharmaceuticals in his place, so I could save the lives he wasn't able to. Then I became CEO, by pure chance, essentially. And that's when I learned of the synthesters, whose victims suffered mental breakdowns that seemed all too familiar to me. No medication seemed to help them, but that didn't mean no treatment could ever exist. So I resolved to find the root of the problem, and I investigated like never before, but to no avail. It seemed they, too, were beyond saving. And just when things looked their bleakest, I happened to hear about you. It sounds utterly ridiculous, but the first time I saw you, I took you for a hero. Your own body was a mess even then, but you were determined to save the people you loved, no matter what, like any hero would. That's why No, I think that's the best place to stop. The bottom line is, don't worry so much. Everything's gonna be fine. Bad luck cowers before the likes of you. I'm gonna start fine-tuning this system now. You're likely still worn out from fighting Soga, so feel free to rest a bit. I'll call you when it's ready. Alright, Shion, stand firm. You're almost there. Just focus a little longer.
Oh, this is really heavy. Oh, why do I have to do this?
Stop whining and get back to work. Well, good morning.
Why don't you mind your own business?
Oh, Sakaguchi's harmless, don't worry. I simply had him bring me some medical implements.
It should be all of them. But there are plenty of other people to choose from at the company. Why must I do all the heavy lifting here?
My, such hostility. You realize if this system were to be activated, everyone in town would be in danger, right? And I'd hate to see anything happen to someone who's been so very helpful to me.
I would too. Please, don't get me involved.
Glad to see we're in agreement. We can just call this an act of atonement on your part. Seems fitting, don't you think? After all, I did recently step down as CEO. Can't imagine why I would have ever done such a thing. Can you?
Fine, fine. You've made your point. I'll help.
That's good. Quietly now, please. Oh, well, actually. I spoke to the head of the family and got my job back as president. Well, naturally, the Kasugai and Daishihan families are majority shareholders, controlling around 60% of the company's stock. Which means
she was able to buy her way back to the top despite my best efforts to drive her out, the little shrew.
You're damned right I was. But Sakaguchi, you really should watch your mouth. Calling your company president a shrew does you no favors.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
So it seems we have some uninvited guests on the way. Those freedom fighters are a clever lot, I must say. Can you move yet? I need just a little more time, so if you could... I'm so sorry. I know you'd rather do anything else than fight your friends. But for what it's worth, Sakaguchi's gonna fight by your side to make things...
What? Why me?
I'm busy, that's why. And I'm injured. Just buy me some time until everything... They're on Main Street, apparently. Be careful, and...
Did you really turn heel on us?
We know about the Dark Utopia plan, and whatever it is, we intend to destroy it.
We've sworn to protect Akiba.
It's time to open your... Just tell me, why? Damn it. Why did it have to come to this?
Looks like some of them have made it to the construction site.
Jeez!